We move on to politics now here because the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservative Party has suffered significant losses in local elections in England. The main opposition, the Labour Party, is declaring wins on some early seats now. Well, early results from the local elections indicate a net loss of 144 seats for the Conservative Party, while the Labour Party is hoping to gain hundreds of seats in the midterm vote, having already added around 96 seats, according to the early results. Now, the local elections in England were conducted on 8,000 local seats across 230 local government authorities, which are responsible for providing public services on a day-to-day basis. Sunak's party has lost control of 5 key councils, including Brentwood, North West Leicestershire and Hartsmere. In contrast, Starmer's Labour Party has won control of Plymouth and Stoke-on-Trent councils, which are regarded as crucial for the party to win in the next general election. Experts predict that the Conservative Party suffered losses in the local elections owing to political scandals, slow economic growth and record high inflation. Well, Rishi Sunak has been trying to rebuild the credibility of the Conservative Party since he took office. The country has experienced months of economic chaos, widespread strikes and political turmoil. Well, over the last 3 years, the Conservative Party has had 3 prime ministers, while the opposition Labour Party is making swift gains in the British political sphere and is already leading in various polls. Well, senior Conservative members predict that the party will lose about 1,000 seats, making the local elections a test of voter sentiment before the next general election. Meanwhile, Rishi Sunak is facing a backlash from supporters of Boris Johnson and Tory hardliners. Johnson supporters founded a Conservative Democratic organisation after he was forced to step down. Now, the event will be attended by leading supporters of Johnson. This includes Priti Patel, the former Home Secretary, and Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's the former Business Secretary, and Nadine Dorries. However, Johnson is not actually expected to attend. Now, the last time most of these local election seats were contested was in 2019, when the Conservatives lost more than 1,300 seats, and then Prime Minister Theresa May was forced to resign as an attempt to limit the losses in local elections. Well, our correspondent has been following this throughout, Alex Isaac here in London for us. So, as I was saying, these local election results in England, they've really been showing us how unpopular the Conservatives have become. Is that too harsh a thing to say?
I don't think so, Katie. I think you're quite right there. It does show that the Conservatives have lost a lot of faith. Of course, Rishi Sunak may take it personally. He has only been Prime Minister for a number of months, but having to suffer through these losses, although he's taken it on the chin a little bit this morning, we'll see how he counteracts that throughout the rest of the day. At the moment, there are just a few hundred seats that they've lost. We are hearing that even 700 seats to lose would be devastating for the Conservative Party. And if they're going to try and fix things ahead of the general election, which is just but a year away from now, obviously anything can change in a year, but the Conservatives and Rishi Sunak really need to push through and show the country that they're making some of those promises and priorities that he said that he would. Of course, right now all we're seeing is more striking, the NHS collapsing, cost of living still not really going down, and a lot of problems. Whether or not having a new party in control would fix any of those, well, that's something that obviously the public will have to wait to see. But one thing that is quite interesting in these local elections is how well the Liberal Democrats have actually done. Although they're not gaining the hundreds and hundreds of seats that potentially Labour might, they are showing that they are creeping up, and it looks like people do want just more than that two-horse race that we've been seeing for the past 12 years at least. And Liberal Democrats may not end up taking control, but there's already rumours that they may have a Lib Dem Labour conglomerate when we go towards the next general elections, and that we may be seeing them in charge in the future. Of course, we've still got a lot to play for. There's still 8,000 seats over in total, and we only have about 15% of the results at the moment. And of course, we will get those in throughout the day up until 8 p.m. local time. But at the moment, the Conservative Party and Rishi Sunak will surely be a bit concerned about how they're going to move forward after this.
Yeah, a bit of regrouping, I think, is necessary. Thank you so much. And also pointing out the Liberal Democrats as well, because the leader seemed utterly thrilled with their performance too. Alex Isaac, thank you so much reporting in London for us about those local elections here in England.